is too funny. Most of you all have seen a spirit in a campfire, right? You know how a hot fire burns, right? I certainly know that, having been around some pretty huge wildland fires. A furnace, what calcification is, right? So I'm going to share with those that see this, particularly a couple females that I work with. One which is Gunjoy. She put some little red hot pepper logos in my window. Bless your heart, girl. Because that's what it is. We used to call it, you have the hots, right? Okay, so I've mentioned this in the past, what's called a full phosphorus ignition. So when you're male, I call that the seed delivery launch point. And then when conception takes place, there's a flash of light. Bang. Hey, a stargate just opened. A portal just opened. So the spirit come into the realm. Okay, so I've always known since I was a child, when I used to say to myself, I'm a nature boy, but I'm a nature girl, but I'm really one and the same. Okay? Which is androgynous, which is a monad, and I'll share with you sort of how it happens. So imagine yourself, you can be both sides of this. You're a female with a soul, and you're with a male with a soul, eyes to eyes, soul to soul. So the souls can't fool each other because the souls are communicating with each other through their heart and soul. The center point of their heart is where all the fire is. Okay? So what do you think would happen if both those souls became one in fire? Because neither one of them wants to ever be separated from becoming one with each other as a mated soul, soul to soul, mated to become an oversoul. And that's a blast furnace. That's a badass engine, baby. So this is what it feels like. When you're a male and I'm a soul in a male body, for example, and my soul is on fire with the female that I'm with, which is a birth giver, and I want to experience just as much of what she is as a female with all her hormones and her powerful, energetic emotions of what it feels like to be a female who is holding a fetus in her womb with a soul and a spirit connection, then imagine you're a male and you want to experience being her, feeling that. But you're in a male body as a soul and a spirit. So you want just as much, you're on fire, to want to experience the fire she has in her, because you want to experience both being a female and a male at the same time. Bang! There goes a phosphorus ignition in a male avatar. Because the soul knows, because the soul doesn't lie. You cannot fool Adam and Eve. Because you're actually experiencing that much fire. There goes all the phosphorus. You're one. That's a monad. Go look at planet Earth, and you'll see what's known as the staff, right? With the ball in the center, the planet, right? That's a single pole, 2 gates. West gate, east gate. Two polarities, right? Reverse flow, forward flow. Right? So you understand that an oversoul is a polarity integrator, which is to pull it all in to become one with one, to experience an eternal, infinite love vibration, which is Adam. That's a powerful vibration, and it's the highest state of awareness that protects all creation. It began with what love is. That's a Neo. Neo never forgot who he is in energy. Enter the machines. Enter artificial intelligence without a soul. Get the picture? They don't run on that much fire. A machine, an artificial light, did not become or begin with an infinite love vibration. Neo came first. He's the one. That's the law of one. That's a monad that's on fire. To do what? Give away energy. You're on fire to give away energy. How much fire is that? It goes on forever gifting. 57 trillion cells with access to 15 million volts. Man, that's a lot of power. That's a lot of juice, huh? So the very idea that you're going to run out of electrons when we gift them forever is not sane, is it? So you know that we bring a lot of fire to bear on the subject. As my dad used to say, put some light on that subject. Let's see what's going on here. Right? They don't like the light being put on them. That's the victim and the victimizer. What they do is we call it running deflection. They don't want to look at themselves and take account for their own behavior, which is the use of their own energy, because they know what they are. So therefore, it's your fault. It's the light's fault. Now we're into trauma, the fragment of the soul, as a result of an infection, which is a virus, in any computer-generated system. Because now it's got to feed on something that is a source of energy from which it draws in order to keep itself going. Now it's running on a time clock because it can never keep up with zero and balance its debts. And that ratio, as a harmonic, is the torque displacement differential between a monad and artificial intelligence, a Neo. That's Neo and Mr. Smith. That's Neo and artificial intelligence. All the programs, all the programming. So Neo is a non-programmable unit that can't be fooled. He knows what the truth is because he is what love is. That's why he's in love with the girl. The pollinator. The pollinator and the flower are always together. They're one. There's no distinction or difference between both of them. They're one and the same. Have a good night. I love you all. Be good to yourselves.